Is the backlog of cases now, and I don't know how many there are, perhaps you can tell us. But what's the best way to deal with that backlog?
Sure, you have to be able to identify the cases. So something that I have done since I've been in office is we identify defendants who have been in our local jail 365 days or more. All the prosecutors get an update as to those particular cases, and they are asked to try to expedite those cases. We actually, for district court, we noticed that we had a backlog of DWIs as a result of the pandemic. And so I worked with one of the judges, and we were able to have authorized 2 sessions for DWI cases. And what we found was when those DWI cases got set on these special sessions in district court, there weren't continuances, and the defendants came in with their attorneys and did what? They pled guilty because the judge was not probably going to allow any continuances because they were special sessions. I'm not in control of the continuances. The judge has that authority, just like I don't have control over setting bonds. A magistrate, a judge does. And the ultimate sentencing is not up to the DA's office either. That's up to a judge. But we are identifying any of the cases that are there. Our office is in relatively good shape with moving forward.
Now, you haven't told us what the backlog of cases, well, either in district or superior both, haven't been resolved. Can you tell us that?
As far as the numbers?
Yeah, just the numbers.
I don't have specific numbers for that. What I can tell you is in Superior Court, for example, every year that I've been in office, we've been able to dispose of more cases in Superior Court than our file, which is very important. But going back to, for example, we were able to identify DWI cases in district court, and we had those 2 special sessions. And again, I just want to remind folks, we were not able to move forward with many cases for an entire year. Oftentimes, in particular with felonies, defendants were not going to plead guilty because we lost our leverage because we could not have jury trials. And so defendants knew we couldn't say, you plead guilty or we're taking your case to trial, because that option was off the table for us because of the local and state restrictions for an entire year. But once we've been able to move forward, we have been able to resolve cases much quicker than during the pandemic time.
Mr. Butler?
You know, I don't have access to the same numbers and databases that Ms. Cook does, so I can't give you the numbers. What I can give you is experience. What I can give you is day in, day out, 25 years of being in a courtroom. I can tell you, the backlog is just as bad as it's ever been, and if you ask any attorney in this town that practices criminal law, they will tell you the same thing. So I encourage you to do that. Ask. They will tell you our backlog is as real as ever, cases are as old as ever, and they sit as long as they ever have. We can do a lot to address that. But it comes from an approach that is far-reaching, okay? If I'm chosen as the elected DA, I can tell you this. The moment I'm sworn in, every plea offer in this county is thereby revoked immediately, pending review, period. And there will be a number of folks charged with murder, rape, robbery, home invasion that we will identify carefully, and they will not get plea offers. They morally don't deserve them, and they will be taken from them. They will have the choice to plead guilty as charged or go to trial. And if it takes trying every single one of them myself, I'll do it. Many of the murders that were disposed of while Ms. Cook's been in office, I tried, I convicted, I had them upheld on appeal. I tried my first murder in 1999. What I found is they really aren't that difficult. It's a simple assault with a bad outcome, if you ask me. So I moved into child sex cases, the difficult work, and I carried that load for years and years. And those cases deserve more attention than they're getting. We have to do a better job both with the violent crime and the child pedophilia in our community, or we will lose our